Hi, I'm Travis Smith with Tech 95. My co-host is off on vacation without taking me. This is why we pre-recorded episode 9 so you can listen to it at any time. Just wait until you're done listening to this special edition of Tech 95. You can find all our podcasts on YouTube at youtube.com/tech95podcast. Just don't forget to subscribe. Anywho, since this is a special edition, I decided to associate our topics with making your computing life a little bit easier. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see. First topic of the agenda today is maximizing your Wi-Fi range. I know a lot of us have issues getting a decent signal with your Wi-Fi. Let's see. So I found this on dailyfinance.com. It says maximizing your Wi-Fi signal is as easy as moving your home router. Find out where the optimal place for it is and learn a handy trick to boost the strength of your signal. If you have an internet connection set up in your home, you can get the most out of your plan by maximizing your Wi-Fi signal. Here are some handy and free tricks to boost your Wi-Fi signal and reach. First, increasing your signal is as easy as moving your home router. Instead of placing it by the TV or cable box, move it to the best place in the house, the attic. It has the least amount of walls and other obstructions. That all depends on if your attic is full, but that's in some cases, and is a central spot. Additionally, since radio waves spread laterally and down, your attic can be an ideal place for your router. Need an extra signal boost? If you have an antenna on your router, use an aluminum can. Start by removing the pull tab as well as the bottom of the can, then cut the top of the can almost off, leaving about an inch uncut. Opposite to that, cut the length of the can and pull back the sides. It should roughly resemble a satellite dish. Then, by turning the can over and sliding its mouth over your router's antenna, it should give your signal the boost it needs. However, Tech 95 is not responsible if you get hurt or do something weird. So follow these tips and you'll get the most out of your Wi-Fi, and you'll ensure that your signal covers all your home corners without reaching into your wallet. We'd never like to do that, do we? Let's see. The next one is reduce the time it takes to charge your phone. I found this on CNET. This quick and simple tip will help you charge your Android, BlackBerry, iOS, or Windows Phone device faster. We've all been there. It's 9 p.m. and you're supposed to meet a friend in a half hour. To make matters worse, the battery on your smartphone is on the red. Surely you don't have enough time to charge your device without being late. Wrong! Before you connect your phone to the charger, close any open apps and enable airplane mode. This will turn off all wireless radios in your device, preventing you from making calls, accessing the web, or using the GPS. The trade-off? Your device will be able to charge slightly faster because the background processes will no longer be eating away at your phone's battery. The same charging benefits can also be achieved by powering the phone completely down, although this isn't an ideal solution for those of us who rely on clock or alarm features. While charging times won't be earth-shattering, improving only by a few minutes, every second counts when you're in a rush. It should be noted that charging times will vary depending on the size of your battery and how powerful the charge you are using. So if you're not using the correct amperage or milliamps, however they measure it, if you're not using the proper amperage to your phone, it will not charge as quickly. So yeah, my phone does that because if I don't use like a proper amperage, like a car charger, like a universal auto adapter for my phone, it will say slow charging, which it's still charging my phone. It's just not charging as fast as it could. So yeah. Remember, the backlight displays and display require a significant amount of power. There's no need to keep checking the charging process of your device. Let your phone charge and grab it when you're ready to leave. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Let's see. Chromecast can finally mirror your Android device screen. This has come from Engadget. Let's see. Which is better, huddling around a 5-inch screen or a 50-inch TV? Which would you rather do? Google is making that answer a lot easier with a few upgrades to its HDMI dongle, the Chromecast. Chromecast can mirror your device's screen to the flat panel in your living room. The stage demo included using Google Earth and even Android's video camera app. Even more than that, the HDMI dongle is getting a little more personalized too. You know those pretty looking images that populate your TV screen when you're using the device? Oh yeah. You'll soon be able to customize the images of that ambient feed, seen when idle, with your own personal Google Plus photo albums. So yeah, if you want to see your grandkids' baby pictures populating your Chromecast screen when it's idle and there's no other apps running, there's a plus. Not happy with your own pics or just use the G Plus photo storage? Or I'm sorry, not happy with your own pics or just don't use G Plus photo storage? You can enable geographically filtered pictures from Google's vast image catalog too. These albums are circular, curated by the search giant, so they ensured, in theory, to be safe and high quality. The feature is dubbed by Backdrop and is rolling out to all users this summer. If you're still not pleased with even these choices, the search giant says that it's working to open this up to a third-party developer too. The likes of Flickr and 500px Images are about to go prime time. The Mountain View streaming stick add-ons aren't stopping there either. Google announced today that other users can cast to your TV without being on the same Wi-Fi network now, too. This is pretty neat if you don't want to give out your password to go through the process of getting a long mixed character sequence right. I know how that is. All your pals will need to do is enter the pin on the screen. Google determines that they're in the same room by the location. Seems pretty simple, right? Let's see. There was a page where because on my Samsung Galaxy S3 I could not get that casting option to come on, so that I could cast my Android's screen to my TV via my Chromecast. So let me see if I can find that here. I didn't get the right webpage. Aha, here it is. Unfortunately, Chromecast mirroring doesn't support all devices just yet. First off, the feature only works on Android 4.4.1 or higher. I'm not sure if I have that. In addition, only the following 14 devices are officially supported at this time: Google Nexus 4, Nexus 5, Nexus 7 2013 edition, Nexus 10, Samsung Galaxy S4, Samsung Galaxy S4 Google Play Edition, Samsung Galaxy S5, Samsung Galaxy Note 3, Samsung Galaxy Note 10, HT1M7, HTC One M7 Google Play Edition. Excuse me, that's the HTC One M7. If I didn't say that correctly, I'm sorry. LG G3, LG G2, LG G Pro 2. Support for additional devices are coming soon. So yeah, cool. I've been looking into like a micro USB to HDMI adapter, and when I first heard about this, I obviously wasn't aware of the device supported list. I was trying for like 15 minutes to get this working on my Chromecast, but as soon as I googled it and found that list, I'm like, oh, seriously? Come on, Google. But as they say, support for additional devices are coming soon. Um, Here's a good one. How to use Keepass password manager. Now, I made a tutorial on YouTube that I posted yesterday, so I will include that tutorial in the special edition. So here's the tutorial. Three, two. Hi, this is Travis Smith with Tech95. In this day and age, many of us have multiple email accounts and profiles with different login information with various websites that we use day to day. You can certainly try, but even I have much difficulty remembering every password for every account that I use. This is why I highly recommend a password manager. Now you might be asking, what is a password manager? A password manager, by definition, is this. A password manager is a software application that helps a user organize passwords and PIN codes. The software typically has a local database or file that holds the encrypted password data for a secure logon into computers, networks, websites, and application data files. There are a number of password managers that are available both free and paid. For example, Keepass, which is free and open source, LastPass, which has fees for premium use, and many others. I personally love and recommend Keepass. Yes, there may be a few features that may not be available. You must, however, consider the price tag. You can download Keepass, both installable and portable versions of Keepass, from keepass.info. Once you have the desired version of Keepass installed and open, you first need to create a database. So here's Keepass, and what you need to do is create a database. You can do this by clicking the white box with a star just under the File tab. Keepass will then allow you to choose where you'd like to save the database file. The default folder is the Documents folder. We will use the default folder for this tutorial, and the default name. After you choose a designation for your database and click Save, you'll be asked to enter a master password. Your master password is the password that allows you to access your database. Forget this password and you'll be permanently unable to open the database. We will be using password as our master password for learning purposes. You also must retype the password. And then press OK. And then we will not be getting into the security and all that other stuff in this tutorial. So complete the boxes and press OK. Once you have your database open in Keepass, you first need to create an entry. You may either choose to save your entry in one of the default categories or create a custom category. You can do this by right-clicking in the category window and selecting New Group or Add Group. We will be using the default name for this tutorial. Once you have selected your group, you'll now need to create an entry. You can do this by right-clicking a blank area of your entry window and selecting New Entry or Add Entry. A window will then appear asking for the title of the entry, email or username, password, password retype, URL, and any memos regarding the entry. We will be using a fake Gmail account for this tutorial. And as you can see, they have a password pre-configured that is available for you to use. So we will be using that password. However, you can create your own password that you are free to choose. Now we will grab our URL from our login information preloaded in our web browser. We will press OK. Now save the changes to the database by clicking the blue floppy disk in the upper left-hand corner. If you forget to click the save button, all changes will be lost. Now the reason for using a password manager is so you don't have to remember every password for every account that you ever created. A very time-saving solution for logging into your accounts is to use the auto type feature. Once you have the web page loaded in your browser, which there is also a way to automatically go to the website by right-clicking on your entry URLs, open in the specified web browser of your choice. However, we will not be going over that in this tutorial. Once you have navigated to the login page on the account you are trying to access, select the email or username entry box and return to your password manager. Right-click on the entry and click Perform Auto Type. As you can see, Keepass automatically adds the information into the appropriate boxes. In the case you work with multiple computers that must have access to your password database, you can store your database in a synchronized folder such as Dropbox. Just make sure to keep a copy of your database in a separate folder in the event of a disaster. I'm Travis Smith with Tech95, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us, tech95qa@gmail.com, and visit our website, tech95.jimdo.com. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And that is how to use Keepass. I use Keepass almost every single day. It is awesome. I love the auto type feature. It is awesome. 8 practical uses for your old computer. Let's see. Maximum PC posted an article. This was actually posted a couple years ago, 2009. This holiday, which is probably Christmas around 2009, you can pull the wraps off a brand new laptop and open the lid to your shiny new mobile companion. The first thought you might have is consider which apps you should install first and what's the fastest way to load up the hard disk with music and movies. Now keep in mind this is 2009, so SSDs were not as popular back then, and few people had them because of the drastic price. I still do not currently use SSDs. Reason A, price versus capacity. That's the number one reason why. I have not experienced an SSD, which don't automatically hit unsubscribe to Tech95 because we haven't used SSDs. If you'd like to donate us an SSD, that'd be great. Just email us tech95qa@gmail.com. That is tech95, TECH95Q, like in question, and AND, answer, at Gmail, that's googlemail.com. So yeah, if you'd like to throw us an SSD to play with, go right ahead. Let's see. Of course, you'd inevitably have to think about your old laptop. What's the price you can still sell it for on Craigslist? But before you dump an old laptop to retire it to the den of forgotten gadgets, here are 8 practical ideas you can extend its life. Run a home server for file sharing. One sensible use for last year's netbook is to turn it into a network-attached storage server. This allows you to store files on the hard drive, assign user groups, and access the drive over your home network. Most of the popular NAS applications, such as OpenFiler and Nexenta, I'm not saying that right, provide a few options for how you install a NAS software. I keep hearing about the popular FreeNAS, which is free and open source, which I hear that is pretty darn good. But I'm still trying to work out the bugs on trying to install it on an older system. So yeah, if I get that figured out, I'll let you know. Hopefully, if I get that figured out. Let's see. You can load it up as a distro that actually takes over the laptop, or as a client that runs in Linux or Windows. These open source tools are similar to Microsoft Home Server, and many offer web-based console to control the NAS from a remote computer, which is the only way to configure FreeNAS. Whoops, excuse me, that was my phone. So once you set up the NAS on your netbook, you can leave it to sit idly next to your router and never have to open the lid. Which, cool. I have not. I have attempted a FreeNAS, but I haven't gotten any luck out of it due probably to compatibility issues. You're getting the most out of your processor, RAM, and internal storage while using a new laptop for other purposes. Another advantage is using a netbook is that, because of the architecture of the Atom processor, the disk speed access is more than adequate for a NAS. Yeah, you don't need the top horsepower to run a NAS, it's just reading and writing to storage. For time's sake, we're gonna just read over the main topics for this article. Now keep in mind, also they mentioned that stupid ads. They mentioned that you're running a risk of constantly leaving your computer on, which computers are not designed to run all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. They're not designed to do that, which they do mention that in their article. So another advantage is you can install an experimental OS such as Linux, Unix, or what have you. I have actually tried out Linux, and I was using like a really slower computer, so I didn't get that great of an experience. Like, it was constantly locking up on me. That's probably because I was using a laptop with not that great of specs. So yeah, if you want to let us know more about Linux, email us tech95qa@gmail.com. Another one, stream transcoded video to video game consoles. Cool. I'm not going to go into the details about that for time's sake. Let's see, what's the next one? Number 3. Let's see, we got 8 practical uses. Okay. Turn your laptop into a virtual guitar amp. Cool. Come on, ads. You know Maximum PC, they are known for their ads. But hey, how else are you going to pay the bills? Let's see. Next page. Yeah, my internet's being a little slow at the moment. Create a music and movie ripping station. Yep. You can basically make use it as a DVD ripping machine and with your DVDs. So cool. Joined a distributed computing project. So yeah, you can start experimenting with your programming skills. Let's see, next page. Organize your photos. Cool. It would give you a good excuse to organize your vacation photos. Another practical use is setting up a home surveillance with motion sensing. Using an old laptop for some home surveillance makes sense, especially if you dedicated the PC to the task. You can position the laptop at the doorway or even outside in warm weather to see if anyone has come to the door or tried to break into your house. If you live in an area where break-ins are common, then this might be a A good idea. Many laptops have built-in webcam with home surveillance tools. You can receive an email automatically if there is a disturbance. So that is Maximum PC's 8 practical uses for your old home computer or laptop. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We may record these special editions in situations like this when a host is not available for recording or a similar situation. If you have a suggestion that you would like to share, email us tech95qna@gmail.com and visit our website tech95.jimdo.com. Now, as always, thank you so much for watching.